Great afternoon, great afternoon, great afternoon. So I want to talk about a little bit about victim mindsets versus victorious mindsets, growth mindsets, champion mindsets, successful mindsets, And the reason I was doing this is because I have mentors, right? And I think a lot of people aren't further in life because they don't have mentors and they only listen to themselves. Like, think about this. If you only know what you know, or you're the smartest person you know, then how can you grow? How can you learn something new? Or let's say you're the smartest person that you know, right? And you're on the wrong path. Well, even though you think you know better, if you're on the wrong path, and this is what I mean by wrong path, right? Because it's perspective. If you have a goal, a dream, a desire, and you want to do something, right? And you don't have alignment with what that goal or that dream, then that's not success. That's unsuccessful. Meaning, if let's say I wanted to be a stay-at-home father, right? But here I am doing business and I'm making all kinds of money, but I'm not there with my kids, and I'm unsuccessful because that's not the true dream, the vision that I had, and it doesn't align. That means my purpose, things not aligning right there. On the flip side, if I was a person, I said, listen, I want to be a painter, and here I am making all kinds of paintings, right? And I'm broke, but I'm doing what I love, then that's success, because I'm doing what I love. I'm in alignment. But here's what comes in when people have the victim mindset versus the victor. See, if I'm a painter, right? And this is something that I want to do, but I'm complaining and saying something like, oh, this stuff stresses me out. Then there's a disconnect. But now here's the thing. Let's say I'm saying, well, let's make it more real. Let's just get into it. Let's get into it, because I love the debate. And y'all can talk to me on this, if y'all want, right? Let's say, and I'm gonna use some Wood. What's good? You know what, Wood? I'm gonna use some Hopkins examples, bro. Let's say I'm working a job. I'm at Hopkins. Now, people know when I was working at Hopkins, I was a double major in school, working at Hopkins, taking care of my grandmother that's brain dead. So unlike kids, they don't get better. You gotta feed, change, and all that other stuff. Helping my mother out, helping pay all them bills, my bills, broke, all kinds of stuff, right? But if I was to continue to say, listen, I can't have a life because I got to work 2 jobs, I'm making excuses. That's a victim mindset. That could be the reality of the situation, but that won't change my situation. But a victim mindset could say, listen, I'm working, 60 plus hours a week, taking care of 3 miles, and I'm in school for literally 20 something credits. So I'm in school literally over 20 something hours a week. I'm only sleeping 3 to 4 hours a day. That was my life. And I still was turning up, right? If I say, you know what, I need to find a way how to have more time in my life, let me start talking to people who could teach me something. Let me go talk to people who have time freedom. That's a victor mindset, because now I'm stop blaming other people. I can't blame nobody else. I can blame myself, because this is what I'm doing. I'm choosing. And every time people see the problem is outside of themselves, that's a victim mindset. So if you're creating, it's like when people that say, they create their own storm and they get mad when it rains. Well, everything is a choice. Like, working is a choice. You don't have to go to work, but you have to deal with the consequences if you don't go to work. Being a responsible adult is a choice. Being irresponsible is a choice. Shooting somebody is a choice. Like, it's all a choice that we're having in the physical. The thing is, whatever you choose to do, you're going to have to deal with the repercussions, right? So you don't have to do nothing. People always say, I got to go to work. No, you don't. You're going to work because you like the check. You're going to work because you're paying the bills. You're going to work because it satisfies your way of living, is making sure that you're comfortable in life. Do you have to do it? No. Do you do it? Yes. So that's a choice. You take care of your kids. It's a choice. If you didn't take care, that would be a choice. I'm not saying it's the good or bad choice, but if you didn't, then you might be, people going to talk bad about you. Maybe, kids end up in the streets, end up in jail, but everything's a choice. So once you start understanding, though, that you have the power to create the choices that you have, that's that victor mindset. So I think everybody should start having that victorious mindset and start looking at ways you can find solutions. Like they say, optimistic people or optimism, people like that, they can look at any problem and find a solution. And pessimism is the people that look at every solution and they can find a problem. You got to check your mindset. And a lot of times people got that stinking thinking, and that's the reason they aren't further along in life, right? All right, so here's a couple books. I just posted them. Priorities, Put first things first, Stephen Covey. Here's another book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Here's another book, The 8th Habit. These are books that literally are teaching you. This isn't my advice. I don't give people advice. I probably rarely ever give people advice. I only give them like advice on like something I've done. What I do is I share stuff that works, proven that works, facts, not opinions, stuff that people, the most successful people, and when I use the word successful, it's relative. People that are in alignment with their purpose, people that went through the struggle, adversity, and found out, how can I live a life where I'm creating the life I live? Like luck. I don't believe in luck. Luck favors the persistent. Persistent is an example of faith. If you didn't have faith, you wouldn't persist. All right, if you understand what faith is, it's the evidence of things not seen. I'm a believer in God. You don't gotta believe in God. I'm not telling people to believe what I believe in. But I understand that I don't need religion, or I don't need people to try to get me to believe in God, because I've seen God work in my life and work in ways that I can't be responsible for, right? I have that faith. So if you got, here's belief, right? And I want to do this, so this stuff. I feel like somebody today might need a little bit of belief. Y'all remember that Roger Bannister story, right? The person that, he won the 4-minute mile, I think it was, and he was the first person to do it. Before he ran the mile, everyone said, listen, you can't run the mile that fast. If you do it, you're going to die. You're going to die. And he could have said, you got everybody in the world that's saying, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do it. But he's like, you know what? I'm going to try to do this thing. I don't think my heart going to explode. I think I could do it. See, that's the first thing to making up your mind. You got to make a decision of what you want. He got tired of losing. See, a lot of times you ain't tired of losing, so you got that victim mindset. You keep blaming everyone else. Oh, you know what? Everybody else's heart gonna blow, so I guess my heart gonna blow. So I ain't gonna change. I ain't gonna run the mile. Oh, everyone else living their life like this and being busy. So you know what? I guess I'll have to be busy. You don't gotta accept you don't have to accept that. Who told you that was cool? What? Like, don't get classical conditioned from society. You can change that. Right? So Roger Bannister said, I'm gonna run it. I don't care what nobody said. Let me try this thing out. He did it. He failed. He did not make it. He did it again. Failed. But then he was just like, yo, I got to make this thing work. See, sometimes when you're trying to get out your situation, it's not going to be overnight. It's a process, but you got to respect the process, because you got to grow through it. Not go through it. You got to grow. You got to change something. Change your thinking. That's how you become a victor, not a victim. So then he finally ran the mile. So now when he run it, guess what happens now? Other people seen him running like, oh, shit, he didn't die? Yo, if he can do it, we can do it. See, Roger Bannister had faith because it was not done. But now once he did it, other people didn't need faith because it was already done. They just needed belief. Belief is now in yourself. Belief is in your own ability. So here's the thing. I'm crazy. I think crazy. I hang around crazy other people thinking. I hang around people who have a crazy lifestyle. So this is how I think, right? Anything that somebody else can do, me too. I can too. Right? I have a me too attitude. It could be prideful, but I take pride in myself, right? I take pride in my God, right? So here's the thing. Well, you had all these other people doing it. So imagine you see other people having a lifestyle where they have more fun, free time in their life, whether it's traveling, having fun, making money, best relationships. I say if they can do it, me too, because I have belief in myself. But if I didn't have belief in myself, I start with blaming people. Niggas, bitches ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. You see that type of mindset? That's a blaming victim mentality. That means you're blaming everybody else. Let's say I can't get let's say I want to have a relationship, right? And all I say is stuff like, oh, these women is trash in Baltimore. Or these women are trash in the United States. Oh, black women are trash. Let me go get a white woman. That's a victim ass mindset. That's a victim thinking. The correct thinking is saying, you know what? Maybe I'm not dealing with myself that good. You know what? Maybe I got some attitude issues. Maybe it's some things I should work on with my mindset, because I'm looking at everything wrong, right? If you don't like the way things look, then change the way you look at things. A lot of times it's not about other people or the outside looking in. It's about you. So if somebody else can do something, look, I'm letting you know today, you can too. All right, so and you got to watch negativity, because negativity sometimes comes in the forms of good friends. Negativity, the enemy of good is great. The enemy of great is good. You can be distracted by positive things. You can be distracted by good things. But if it's not great, if it's not what you really want to do, then guess what, my friend? That's not alignment with what you want to do. You get it? It's not success. Success is You having a worthy ideal and you making steps towards that. That's the success. And then we have all kinds of different definitions. That's the one that I think that the Napoleon Hills, the Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingales, they came up with all of that stuff. But I like that one because here's the thing. Even if you take a minute, let's say you want to read a book and you never read a book in the last 3 years, and you say, you know what, I want to learn stock trading. I want to learn how to be a better communicator, right? And you read one page of that book. You are now a successful person in page writing and book reading because you're making effort. But if you're not making effort towards a goal that you want to get, it's not success. But you have no one else to blame but yourself. You can't blame the time, the weather, and all that other stuff, the day. Like, you can't judge a day by the weather. You got to learn to enjoy a Tuesday just like you enjoy a Saturday. Because no day is promised. So if this dog, you can't control time, but you can create what you do at the time. You can actually create your own priorities. But here's the thing. This is what we can do. We can learn from other people and get wisdom. So if you're not where you want, or you have a feeling, and I say stuff to piss people off sometimes, because sometimes you need to get pissed on. So we're emotional people. Humans make decisions out of emotion, right? A lot of times people are not lazy, they just uninspired. They gave up on their dreams and free time and doing different things because life smacked them in the face. And a lot of times when people get smacked in the face by life, they cow down. And you know what the opposite of courage is? It's conformity. The opposite of courage is conformity. It ain't running, it's not cowardness. The opposite of courage isn't cowardness, it's conformity. Doing what the masses do. Doing what everybody else do. Talk about what everybody else talk about. Watching what everybody watch. Listening to what everybody else listen. Having an average ass life. But deep down inside, that's not what you want. Now, if you a person and all you want is an average life, not do nothing, stay by yourself, or stay around a bunch of people, whatever, and that's what you want, and that's what you're doing, you're a success. Because that's what the hell you want to do. But if you're a person and deep down inside, you know that's not you. You know whatever you getting paid at your job, you want more than that. You know whatever your health is right now, whatever your weight is right now, that's not what you want. Then you gotta stop making excuses. Stop having that victim mindset. Stop listening to people that are okay with you staying the damn same. Stop being around people that's okay with that. Like, you need constructive criticism sometimes. A person that get offended easily, you gotta let that go. That's you might have some pain dealing. You gotta be vulnerable. Not to everybody, not to social media, not to Facebook, but that's why you gotta get some real friends in your lifetime. Some real people that can be real with you and that can say, yo, we gotta deal with this, yo, we gotta talk. Hey sis, hey brother, yo, I can tell you, man, your energy been a little bit off lately, man. Like, what's up? Let's talk, me and you. Like a brother, they say a friend is someone born through adversity. That's somebody, anybody can be your friend when things are going good. Anybody can hang out with you when you're in a good mood. Who can you call when things are going bad? Who can you call? Not who can call you. Because sometimes you can't be real with the people that call you. Sometimes you can't be vulnerable with them. But you got to find some people you can be vulnerable to. And if you don't, what happens is, that's why you get that victim mindset. Because eventually, you get stressed out. You get worn out. There's a book called Willpower. Willpower. I read this book and it was amazing. And they was talking about how people have a certain amount of willpower every single day. So imagine it's like a battery. It's your willpower for the day, right? And in the day, it starts off, your battery on 100, right? You know, you feeling good, you rejuvenated, but somebody calls you, needs a favor. Your willpower went down. But you forgot to eat a little bit, now you're not feeling as good. Your willpower went a little bit down. But now the kids calling, they acted up. You had to talk, parent-teacher conference, willpower went down. But your car radiator just overheated out of nowhere. Now there's some unexpected event. Willpower, and then eventually your willpower will run out. And the thing is, a lot of time people's willpower run out and then they try to go do something that they really want to do, and then now they feel themselves not in the mood. They don't really feel like it, whether it's working out, whether it's, cooking, doing laundry, whatever, reading a book, doing a little bit of business, doing overtime, waking the schedule, but their willpower is already down. So the book talks about how you can learn how to either increase your willpower or prioritize and do first things first, so that way you're at the peak state. You're feeling good now while you need to do the things you need to do. But people will say something like, oh, it won't work. That's that mindset. That's that stinking thinking. Oh, or they won't read the book. They won't learn. They won't. They instead of learning, and people was. I said one time, "Ooh, this about to hit home." That's deep. A friend of mine is going through first. Listen, all right, this one going to hit home, and this going to ruffle some feathers. And if it piss you off, I hope it piss you off. I hope it piss you on for greatness, because I'm not yelling out of anger. I'm yelling in love, right? So, Johnny Wimbrey, right? Y'all, if y'all know Les Brown, if y'all ever feeling bad, Google Les Brown, YouTube Les Brown. He's the #1 highest paid black motivational speaker in the entire world, right? He's the one who got me into this speaking and Toastmasters and stuff like that. Still alive, one of my mentors. Great. All right, Johnny Wimbrey, I do business with him, right? I'm on his team, stuff like that. And he said to me, I don't want everybody to be, great morning, Jasmine. He said, I don't want all of y'all, because we do business together, right? So this is our team, right? And the whole point of us doing business is because we want to achieve, I'm not going to say all of us, but most of us have an alignment with that we want generational wealth. Now, we don't just want to be rich or just pay bills. Like, we want to never have to work. We want to make sure our kids are set up where they can choose, where if they want to go to college, they want to work, they want to start a business, they got options. They can choose to have the health care that they want. They can choose to have life on their terms. They can choose to travel more. That's what we want to do, create that type of generational wealth where you're not sitting there working hand to mouth, hand to foot, having to clock in, trade hours for dollars and all the time. To me, that's never living. And that's not cool. That shit is slavery. This is slavery. Having to work like this. That's slavery. So I want to learn how to get out, and I want to teach other people. But I'm not going to sit there and try to change somebody who doesn't want to be changed. And this is about to hit on. Like, sometimes, I used to say, when people argue for the limitations, you let them keep them. Meaning, like, you don't try to stress yourself trying to change somebody's mind. You can't change people's mind. A person that says they can do something and a person that says they can't do something are both right. So if I tell you, hey, look, you can lose weight, and the next week, all you got to do is eat some beans, and you tell me, no, I can't. I know my body. You're fucking right. Because that's your fucking mindset. And I got to cuss to emphasize the point. But if I tell you, yo, you can do this by eating some beans, and you say, hell yeah, I could do that, you're right. Because that's your mindset. I'm not the belief for you. I'm not the faith for you. You got to align that. That's what amen means. Amen means an agreement. Okay, I receive that. So if I say something and you don't receive it, it's true for you. May not be true for me. I don't receive that. I'm throwing that. That's negativity. Somebody tell me if I'm sitting here and I've been in that situation, and I'm sitting there and I'm broke, no time, and I'm talking to someone. I'm like, yo, bro, how you trade stock? Like, I can't do that, man. I ain't got the time for that. And he like, bro, I agree with you. You don't. I didn't either. But how long you want that to be an issue? See, a lot of times the same excuses people give you why they can't do something are the same excuse why they should do it. Yo, I can't do that. Yo, I got to take care of my mother. Yo, you can't afford not to do this. You got to take care of my mother. Take care of your mother. Yo, I can't do that. I got to watch the kids. Yo, you can't afford not to do this. You got kids to watch. Yo, I can't do that. I'm broke. Yo, you can't afford not to do this. You are broke. That means you need to change you got to make some changes in your life. How long you want to keep dealing with the same BS? That's the definition of insanity. A person that keeps doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. You keep clocking in the same job, same hours, same shifts, same bills gonna keep coming. They ain't changing. The unexpected, Murphy Law, them bills gonna come. The car bills, the food, the kids. That stuff ain't gonna change. It's predictable. So if your salary's predictable, if your job is predictable, then why are you sitting there acting like it's brand new while you're broke? It's predictable. So you gotta change the cycle up. You gotta break it up. You got to do something new. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. I'm not saying, oh, I can't lose shape. Oh, I can't lose weight. I'm always working. What? You always, man, I love it though. I love it because people need to hear this stuff. Johnny Wimbrey said this, and I digress. My fault. I was having a decorous moment. Right? And learn some new words. Goddamn, while we doing this, right? And Johnny Wimbrey said, I don't want all y'all to be rich. I want some of y'all to stay broke. He said, I want some of y'all to never get in shape. And he said, I want some of y'all to create generational wealth. And I want some of y'all to go home and quit this business. And I want some of y'all to grind this business out like you definitely really want to do. And everybody was like, man, we work. It's a choice. I'm not talking to work right now. I'm talking to y'all. All right. And everyone was like, dang, why he say something like that? Motivational speaker? He like that ain't motivational. He wants some of us to quit if we want to quit. And they were trying to figure out why. And he said this, why would I want something for you that you don't? He said, why would I want something for you that you don't even want for yourself? He said that would be me trying to get you to go against your vision. If y'all really catch that. He said, I would only want for you what you want for you. So if you want to stay home and quit the business, I want you to stay home and quit the business, because then I'll be empowering you to do something you want to do. He said, I don't want you to get healthy if you don't want to get healthy, because that be against your vision for your life. So I will want you to stay unhealthy, because that's what you want for you. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man, you got to get you some mentors. Get around some people that outthink you. You know, you become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So if you surround yourself with a bunch of people who got limited thinking, then guess what? You probably going to have some limited thinking. But if you surround yourself with people that actually think bigger than you, like I remember I posted a status a couple of weeks ago, right? And I said something like, oh, and I like the controversy. I feed off it. It gives me energy. I get my, some people don't like it because they can't deal with criticism. For me, my type of personality, I get turned on by it. I love it, right? So I said something like, oh, as a man, I want to make sure I take care of the house and the mortgage and stuff like that. And I seen all this limited thinking about stuff like, oh, you know, if you pay the bills or you pay that house, what the girl gonna do and stuff like that. And the thing that I really wanted to say, but I just let it go, was some people get so the small-minded thinking of that they have a mortgage for the rest of their life. What if you just pay? And this is what they never thought about. What if you just pay your car out in whole? I see my homeboy right here. Look, this is Twin, y'all. It's Mr. Twin, y'all. You on Facebook Live, you feel me?
Right,
yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm saying? What's up, baby? I'm just doing a little live for the culture, man. You gotta do it for the culture. You know, he the teacher. That's to appreciate it. It's gonna be a great day, you know. Downtown right now, it's always a great day. That's that good energy, man. See, I'm just sitting in the car. And then here you go. Good energy just will attract to you. See, when you're doing good things gonna come. You can't control that. That's God, baby. But look. All right, going into the, hold on. I don't know who pissed you off this morning, but I'm happy they did. Crystal, you know, it's all good. I feel like somebody pissed me off every morning. You know, they get to piss me off between the hours of 9 and 11. You know, after 2, I'm done. You know, so I'm glad you got this. B, I need to hear this. A, I appreciate y'all. I hope somebody getting something from this, because I used to be that person. Like, I wasn't always positive. Like, people be saying it now. You seeing me a time after reading books and doing business and stuff like that. I was the negative guy. I was the guy working all the jobs, and I was the guy who never had the time and had every excuse in the world. I was the guy who, and if I would have gave you my excuses, you would have believed them. I'm the person that sit there and I lost family member after family member. The reason some people got into violence, you know, and all that. I can't speak on certain things, but that was me. So I understand it because I've been there. And a lot of times I always tell people, like, I don't like even listening or talking to people who ain't been through nothing in life. Because people who ain't ever experienced nothing, been through, I can't relate to them. They haven't been through nothing. It ain't real. And here's one thing I'll tell you, right? You see all these, I don't want to curse, but it's a lot of fake fronting going on. Right? Like, you see a lot of people be stunting so much. They be stunting for the grams, stunting on all that other stuff. But in life, in real life, like how you can have 5,000, 1,000,000, 500,000 friends, whatever on social media, but you ain't got 5 real people in your life that you can talk to about life? That's phony. You ain't got nobody that really got your back. That's what you cool with? That's good? That's cool to you? That's cool? Like, that ain't real G stuff. That's don't talk all that and don't be about it in person. That's dumb as crap to me. Like, what? Like, some people post for likes instead of posting who they are. I'd rather me talk about what I really am, what I like to do, and I get the joy in that, and nobody like it. But I posted it because I like it. Yeah. You know, like, some people rather, you can't please everybody. You understand that? Mona Lisa, she was one of the most nicest people. Nicest. Gotcha, spider. Right? So Mona Lisa, she said that even when she been so nice. She lived her whole life dedicating it to everyone else. She said in the end she kind of regretted it because people took her for granted. That's crazy. Someone who was that selfless and just helping. And that's what made me understand, like, you cannot please everybody. There is no person on this world that has ever pleased everyone. That is facts. Not no Gandhi, not Barack, not no Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jesus. None of them had people that everyone were pleased by him. You're always going to have antagonistic behavior. You're always going to have people that want to go against the norm or against people who are doing good or bad. It's always going to be some type of conflict. That's what people get their juices flowing. All right, yeah, I got that spider. That spider thought he was gonna play with me today. Listen, you might think you grown and adult and ain't scared of nothing till one of them spiders come dropping from right up the ceiling. Yeah, and you almost crashed the car. That happened to me. You better watch out for those spiders. I'm trying to, yes. All right, but I'm saying, look, you can't please everybody. So look, don't try to. That's the biggest way to stress yourself out. It's trying to please. Don't be a people pleaser for everybody. Like, it's not gonna happen. Because some people will hate you for who you are. And some people only love you for what you can do for them. So that's not true. Like, that's called conditional. That's like conditional love. So the way you can tell somebody's character is what they do for a person that can do nothing for them. Like, if somebody appreciates you only because of what you can do for them, somebody love you only because of what you can do for them, that ain't love. It's not. That's conditional love, if you want to call it that, but that ain't unconditional. That's conditions, constraint. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation yet, because I'm gonna get all y'all on the live right here. We about to change some lives. It's 2020 right now. I feel generational curses breaking. I feel like this was kind of what we needed, because look, now people finally reevaluating their situations. That mindset. Are you being a victim or a victor? Are you thinking, like I used to say, change the word and teach your kids this stuff too? Like, my mother taught me at a young age to be an entrepreneur, right? It's just not realistic. 100%. Like, my mother, here's what you can teach your kids, and you can do it too, right? All right, we got had this joint. Let's go. Hey, look, here's the thing. Change the words "I can't" to "how can I," and that's how you empower yourself. That's how you have a victor mindset, not a victim. See, and once you say "I can't do this because," and you say, "How can I do this despite? How can I do this with this going on in my life?" That's how you start opening your mindset to new possibilities. Because once you say "I can't," you close your mind. And when you close your mind to things, you can't learn nothing new. Think about it. Ask yourself, reevaluate your life. Ask yourself, have I been closed-minded to certain things? When has the last time I've taken the opportunity, the time to learn how to get out of my situation? Learn how to, whatever it is that you want. I speak on the things because that's true for me. I can say I hated being the person that never had time in my life. I used to work every single day, 60 plus hours, 12-hour shifts, 6 to 6, 7 to 7, H&S Bakery. At the same time, I was working at Classic Catering. I worked that job from 11 to 2 in the morning. I was serving you hors d'oeuvres, and they was buttery biscuits, tasting all so good, and I made sure I had passion in what I was doing. Yet, money was great, but I had zero time. Then I said, all right, well, let me go to the block. Let me go to the street life. When I went to that, money was great. But now people start dying. I started getting hurt. Didn't want that lifestyle. So then I said, all right, let me go to school. Went to school and realized I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't like people telling me when I gotta sit down for this long, and I got authority complex. I don't like people telling me I gotta sit here and take this test and read this test, and I hated it. Or then I got into jobs, and jobs is cool, but I just kind of didn't like people could tell me when I could take vacation time here, and I only get 2 weeks for the year. And like, what? I'm like, so I started just learning. YouTube is great. Listen, all right, and let me get you. I've been talking about the mindset because that's more important than the skill set, right? Because you can do the right things with the wrong mindset and never get the things that you really want. And you can do the wrong things but have the right mindset, and you can actually get your juices flowing to getting the results that you want in your life. That's why I always talk mindset to people first, right? Now, let's say you want more time in your life, right? Let's say you want more income in your life. Let's say you want more health, because I feel like these are some of the top things we talk about. Health, love, time, family time, experiences, memories, joy, spirituality, connection to your higher, God, whatever you want to call it. That's what I feel like we all talking about the same thing though. But let's say those are usually like the top 6 things, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial maturity, stability, growth, right? So then how do you do these things? How do you start increasing them? Well, go talk to people that have this stuff in abundance. So if you want to learn how to be a person that's in better health, just start putting yourself in a position to hang around people that's in better health. If you want to learn how to get more free time in your life, go hang around people that have more free time in your life. And eventually you start picking up on the things, the habits, the things that they do, the way that they think. And you'll be like, yo, I didn't know that. Let me try that out. I'm sitting right now in front of this building where I'm downtown. Oh, I'm parking people behind me trying to get me a ticket, but I'm sitting in the car though, right? But let's say you got those people where or whether it's income, right? Like here's some wealth advice. Let's say you want to learn how to be an affiliate marketer, affiliate links. You can literally get paid whatever it is. Let's say you use Johnson & Johnson baby products, bike products, car parts, whatever it is, whatever something that you really like. Did you know you can get paid off of it just by posting links? People click the link, they shop at it, you get a kickback of the income. Now it might be like $1 or 50 cents or something like that. But if you get enough of these links, so let's say you got like 50 of them rolling, 50 different products and things that you believe in, things that people get, waist trainers, shapers, shoes, socks, whatever. Now, you could be getting $50 a day off of some affiliate links that you got posted on your site just because you became a brand ambassador or became known for that. Now, $50 a day, let's do the math. That's $250 a week, right? All right. Now, 250 times 4, that's a stack. That's $1,000, right? Most people in life, and this is statistically, it's not me making stuff up. You can research this stuff. 95% of the people in the USA don't have more than $1,000 saved up in their bank account. 95%. So look at all your friends and understand only 5% of them got more than $1,000. So you think they're doing good. They could be making 6 and 7 figures, but they spending 6 and 7 figures, so they ain't got more than $1,000 in their bank account, right? So you could do that and literally make $1,000 a month, right? And now throughout the end of the year, you can have 12 grand in your account that you could be using for something, investing in something. You could take that $12,000, invest in Bitcoin, right? And this is hypothetical. I'm not saying this will happen. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm just saying you start thinking different, right? Let's say you're investing in the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you can invest 1,000 in Bitcoin if you want. You can invest 12,000, buy the whole damn thing. But let's say you put it in Bitcoin right now. 12 grand, you dropped it all because there was extra money flowing in. Bitcoin jumped to $20,000. You just double your money. But now if it keeps growing and growing, you put some in, that's how you start creating investment portfolio. You diversify, right? Because now you got extra things. Well, here's the thing. Now let's say you make your money start making money for you. Guess what happens at that point? Well, average family, let's say bills are 20 grand a year, right? So that's all, your utilities, mortgage and stuff like that. It's 20,000. This is not food, this is not nothing like gas and all that. We're talking about housing costs alone, everything for your housing, 20 grand a year, right? Well, guess what? If all of that's taken care of, well, let's say you had some return investments where you got it grew. Let's say it took 10 years to grow. So your 10,000 in 10 years is 100,000, right? So, but about 8 years. So from now, 8 years. So however you are, let's say you're 30 now. So by the time you're 38, you got over $130,000 that you kept reflipping, and you could put this in the bank, whatever. But you just kept reflipping. But you were getting paid 10% on this, right? So let's say you're getting 18 grand. And we're going to just make the numbers up. Let's say you're residually making about $20,000 a year. At this point, do you understand that working a job is optional? Look at these ticket people, right? They look trying to give me a ticket. They see that I'm in the car, right? Look at them. How you gonna give me a ticket and I'm sitting in the car? They ain't right. I see y'all, right? So, but so if you're getting 20, let's say you're getting 20 grand residually off of income that's generating itself. At this point, the working a job is optional because you don't really need more money at this point. So that's how you get the time freedom. You get it? But now once it might have took 8 years to get it. But ask yourself, for the last 8-10 plus years, has what you've been doing given the time freedom you want? And if not, why not think of something new? Right? So now at that point, Shut your ass up, Jahad. But hey, yo, but at that point, that's when you can do whatever you want. So if you want to go paint, if you want to be like my man Jahad and you want to start making some music videos, you could do that all dang on day. Because you ain't sitting there doing something that you don't really want to do. You feel me? And them people was trying to give me a ticket too. I gotta go pay the meter now. But yo, I just wanted to talk to y'all about the victim mindset versus the victor mindset. Anytime you see people start making excuses, oh, it's the government. Oh, I grew up like this. Oh, my childhood, it was so bad. Oh, you don't understand what I've been through. We all been through that bull crap. The fuck? This is Baltimore, especially if you're not in Baltimore or whatever. But the same wind blows on us all. We all got people that's dying. We not immune to it. People get older. That's part of the life cycle. It's gonna happen. People you know gonna die. Older people you know gonna die. The younger people might die before them. We gonna die. We know that's gonna happen. So people think that they the only one with this type of problems. Oh, I got kids. Oh, you understand? I was like single mom, 3 kids. What? My mother was a single mom, bunch of dang on kids. Like what? They all go through it. The thing is, what you gonna do that's different to change your situation? Because complaining don't do nothing about it. Now you can complain and you got a plan. That's different. You complain all you want if you got a plan and you're working towards it. Because now it's not complaining, that's reflecting. You're reflecting, baby. Reflect all you want as long as you got that plan. The people that fail to plan are planning to fail. And you can tell in their conversations, the things that they say, the words they speak out of the mouth, the questions that they ask, the comments that they say. They're not comments of victim. They're not victorious. They're not championship quality comments. They're not something like Kobe Bryant, the LeBron James, the Michael Jordan, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter. They're not something these people would say. You create your circumstances. If you don't find the circumstances that you like, then go create them. If you can't find any good people in life to be around, then be a good person. You attract what you are. So if you keep getting the trash in your life, you probably trash. So change the trash from your thinking, and then you'll probably attract some quality. It's that simple. That simple. Change your thinking. Go read go listen to the audio, Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Why y'all not listening to these books, these audios? Why you ain't never heard of it? You listen to every Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Gucci, Gotti, Jeezy, J. Cole, and I love J. Cole, that's my man. All that, you listen to all them people, make all them money, all that, but you won't do something to better your life? But you won't listen to something every day that can improve your skill set? No nunca escucha música por nuestra? You won't learn Spanish? You can learn this stuff, man. This is not hard. It's not hard. No. So look, it may be hard. I might have said that. It may be hard, but it's worth it. That's what I'm saying. Don't have that victim mindset of you can't do something. You can't do. Do you hear how that sound? You would never let somebody talk to you the way you talk to yourself. Think about that. When you start saying things, you would never let somebody disrespect you and say the shit that you say to yourself deep down inside. Damn, I can't do that shit. I wish I could start that business, man. I got too much going on. I couldn't start it. Imagine somebody walking up to you and say, look, you can never start this business. You got too much going on. You can never be prosperous in this. You can never have success. You hit them in the mouth. Like, what you talking to? I can do any damn thing I feel like. I just don't feel all that stuff, right? So why you say it to yourself? Why would you let that stuff be cool? You feel me? You gotta find a way out. And that's what I'll be trying to just make people think again. I don't care if they're thinking right or wrong. I just want them to at least make them think about what works. And if you're doing something that's not working, this is my mentor told me. If everything on your plate not feeding you, then you need a new dish. Go get you a new dish. What you eating right now? If it's not feeding you, get you some new food. And I'm not talking about food. I'm speaking in symbolically. but go get you a new dish, right? Go get you something. Go laugh. Go have some fun. People be too uptight now. When do people get pansies and somebody say something nowadays, they want to cry about it, fight all damn day? Come on, go have some fun. Go laugh. Go turn up a little bit. You could do whatever. That's Just go have fun. Gosh dang it, go ride a bike or something. Go read a new book. Watch a funny show. Go make a joke. Tell a laugh. Go have some fun. Smiling. That's a blessing. It's a blessing to laugh. I be seeing people go the whole day and I didn't like their faces. I used to work at John Hopkins. Every day they looking like this. No, you don't do that. I'm not doing that. Who are you talking to? I was like, oh, what? Shit, I don't want to work there just because y'all look angry all day. I need to hang around some people that just look like they having fun. Gee, you know what I'm talking about? Dang. Go have fun. Have fun. You know, fun is different for different people. Fun could literally be you in a house and you sitting there doing a crossword puzzle. If that's fun for you, that's fun. But do something that you really like to do and take some time out for you. Self-love, some discipline. Do some self-love, right? And then you can have some fun with other people. That's what people are for. You got all these blessings in other people and you don't know how to attract the right ones to you. More people are the magnifying experience. You have fun by yourself on that trip, but imagine if you had your best friend on that trip. Imagine if you were around a bunch of people that thought like you, had the same energy as you, like to do the same things as you. You can be there. Sometimes it's not about where you're going, it's about who you with. Like imagine you go on a trip and you with somebody that's like, you want to go ride jet skis and they want to go shopping. Or you want to sit there and hit the beach and here they want to go stay in a room. And you like, yo, I ain't coming on a trip to stay in a room. Like it's like it kind of messed up your vibe on a trip. So you just like, yo, I could have just won this trip by my dance. So I ain't got time for this. I'm just going to go out here. They can mess the trip up, right? Or you could go somewhere local to a little park downtown, down here. And you had a time of your life with somebody just because that energy, it was different. It ain't about always where you going. It's about sometimes who you going with. And if you ain't found no good people, I'm trying to tell you, work on yourself. It's not a reflection of the people. That's a reflection of you. So if you're sitting there judging everybody else and all those other things, that's your mindset, baby. You gotta work on that. And I'm talking to myself, actually. The reason I make these posts, the reason I make these videos is because I'm talking to myself. I need to kick myself into gear. See, sometimes I start thinking like the average mindset, that 98% of mindset, not the 2%. That 95, the masses. And anytime I start feeling myself thinking like the masses, I'll say something so I can hear some average thinking come into play, and then I can remind myself to stop thinking like that. Because if you keep thinking like the masses thinking, you're gonna get exactly what the masses get. If you want something that you've never had, you gotta do something you've never done. You gotta think in a way you've never thought. Thoughts are things. You become what you think about. Your most dominant thought is what you become. So if you think about not being in a debt, you'll probably get in a debt because you're thinking about debt. But if you think about how you can have, just an extra $5,000 in the bank, you probably never be in debt because you're not thinking about debt. You're thinking about prosperity. You're thinking about extra $5,000. You have a fixed goal. You might have a plan to get it. You might have a date to get it. You have accountability. You have a couple of people that know what you're working on that's going to check on you to make sure you're going towards that goal. That's going to call you out. Hey, I know you told me you was trying to save $5,000 because you need to get your tooth done. I know you told me you want to save $5,000. You want a down payment on your house. I know you want the $5,000 so that way you can pay off your credit card bill. I know you want to save $5,000 so that way you can get the student loan. I know you want to save $5,000 so you can make sure your kids had an emergency fund if something happened. If COVID-19 happened, you wouldn't have to worry and sit there and say, God damn it, I can't make it because I ain't got no money in my account and my job ain't paying me, so let me at least get $5 extra grand. So you got some accountability people that can say, you know what? Hey, you've been working on that goal. How far are you with it? Oh, you told me you had 1,000 last month. That's not going to fly. I need you to at least have 1,100 this month. You told me you had 1,000 last month. That's not going to fly. You need to have at least 1,500 this month. You need some people that can be real with you in your circle that's going to talk to you like that. And then you may not like it. You may be like, yo, shut the fuck. But they going to tell you and they going to check you and they going to be like, yo, this is what you wanted. See, a lot of time we hear all this stuff from, the news and all this other stuff like that, and these people and the artists that post all this stuff talking about, keep all your goals to yourself. Think about who if y'all understood what deception was. Deception wouldn't be deception if you knew it was deception. Because you're the last one to find out. You're so easily deceived. Deception, you're being deceived. Deception means the things that you think are right and things you think are wrong, you think like, yeah, this is right and this is wrong. No, I'm not going to do that because you're being deceived. But as soon as somebody lifts the lid up a little, you're like, oh no, That's crazy. That won't work. Oh, it's a scam. Oh no, this, that. You start thinking in crazy ways because you've been conditioned. And now as soon as someone tries to tell you otherwise, you want to hate the person, the messenger, the person bringing you something else and invoke a response in your mindset instead of learning. And now you take the victim mentality and start blaming yourself, accusing yourself, hurting yourself of why you can't do something in life. Or you let your friends talk you out of why you can't do something because you're hanging around other people that have a victim mindset instead of a victor mindset, a victorious mindset. So if you ever say I have a big dream, they tell it to a small person. Because you're a big person that listen to a big dreams will say, sure, you could do that. Do you want to do that this year, this month? Like, damn, man, I thought you would have been to that. That sounds like something you could do. Because they had that type of thinking already. But you tell it to a small mindset person, a victim mentality person, you know what they going to say? Yo, bro, I don't think you can do that. That sounds stupid. You do that? Oh, man, you playing around, ain't you? You can never do that. Man, shit, whatever. You probably do that shit when pigs fly. You hear all kinds of bull crap because that's the type of people you surround yourself with that got stinking thinking. Watch your friends. Watch your energy. Watch the people you're spending your time with. Watch those conversations that you're having. I'm not entertaining no toxic conversations on people that refuse to think bigger. Because what their thoughts are, what they believe is true for them. So when I'm saying this stuff, it's because I've witnessed it. I've experienced it. You can't tell me what's true for me and what's not because I've dealt with it. What I want you to do is you just try something new. Because what if it works? Let me turn the AC off real quick. Anyone can say, what if it doesn't work? But what I want you to think about today in life, because nothing is promised. What if it works? What if you say, I'm just give this a try? You know what? I'm tired of whatever XYZ is. Write it down. You got to write this stuff down. There's a power in it. When you write stuff down with what you want to do, things that you want to do, I used to read a book in Habakkuk 2:2. It says, you write your stuff down. The reason why writing down your goals is so important, your dreams, your visions, different things like that, is it makes it concrete. See, right now we got phones. It's not the same as typing it in a phone. It's not the same because back then we didn't have phones. We had rocks, right? So if we had rocks and stones and you wanted to do something, if I told you, listen, I want to do this, and they say, prove it, go write it down. You know how long it took you to carve into stone that vision that you had, that goal? It took sweat. It might have took blood. It might have took tears for you to finally write. Think about even how the Egyptians got all this hieroglyphics and stuff on the walls. Like that, they're depicting a story and stuff like that. Like if you wanted a goal, you had to scratch and write it in a tablet. And then you could bring it to your friends like, yo, this is what I'm going to do with my life, man. I'm going to grow like 30 cherry trees. I'm going to get 20 apple trees. I'm going to get a couple mango trees, you feel me? So my family can eat for good. We're going to get like 2 oxes. So that way, I could trade my oxes and everything like that. Matter of fact, I'm trying to ride on the river. So I'm going to make some palm trees and I'm about to be sailing from river to river, throwing things on the seashore. Cause that was the fun for them. They playing some games. We're going to play up the soccer, some kickball, So they were up there writing their goals, their vision for their life. But they wrote it down on tablets. So when people say, they say, oh yeah, I know what he's doing right now. He probably out fishing. Go check his tablet out. What does tablet say? They're like, oh yep, he done wrote it in stone. We know what he doing. See, but now you don't do that. We don't do that as a people. As most of us don't do that. It's shown. Because we either think that we can't share or we don't get vulnerable no more. We choose not to in the masses. And I'm not speaking in absolutes here. I'm just saying in general. There's always going to be exceptions. I don't speak in absolutes. There's always exceptions. But the thing is, people don't get vulnerable anymore to try to find people that they can share their goals, their dreams with, and talk about different things like that, or what's going on, things that trouble them, whether it's childhood trauma, stuff like that, whether it's, sadness from a family member loss to breakups or financial instability, health concerns. We don't really help each other out. We more so bash each other. We bash, in social media, people talk about stuff, they gossip and stuff like that, but it's hardly do you see people really now just coming together, just saying, yo, I'm gonna cover you. Like, they don't cover each other no more. They don't cover their brother, they don't cover their sisters, and that's what we need more of. People that instead of criticizing or judging first, they actually try to figure out why a person is saying what they're saying. Don't seek first to understand. Seek first to understand before being understood. Like empathy. Be empathetic. Empathetic, not sympathetic. Sympathetic means I just feel sorry for you. Empathetic is, listen, I want to understand where you're coming from so that I can help you go to somewhere you want to go. That's empathy. Not just, oh, damn, I feel sorry for you. I'm just sad. Boo-hoo. I'm going to cry with you. Empathy is like, look. All right, I might cry with you, but I need to help you out of this too. I just don't want to feel sad for you. I want to help you get to what do you really want? But the thing is, how can you hit a goal that you cannot see? How can you hit a goal that you do not have? A lot of times people don't even get to a place they want in life because they don't even have a goal to do it. It's that simple. You don't even have it as a goal. You're not even if you don't have it as a goal, you can't work towards it because it's not even your goal. If you don't want more free time in your life and you don't make that a goal, you're not going to find a way to have more free time in your life because you don't even have it as a goal. You haven't written it down. You haven't wrote it down. You haven't told nobody this is what you want to do and told people, listen, sometimes you need a moment, a season of separation. Sometimes you need to say, hey, listen, disassociate yourself. And the whole point of sacrifice is not, like, you may need to sacrifice some things. The sacrificing doesn't mean giving up what you love just to so that you can do something else just to be better. Like, nah, it's giving up the short-term pleasures for long-term joy. That's what the whole point of sacrificing is. It's saying, look, I'm going to give up some things that I want right now because I want a lifetime of this. Are you willing to invest some money, some time, some relationships with friends right now so that you have a lifetime of wealth, a lifetime of good relationships, a lifetime of health? So sometimes you may, on the short term, give away the fast food, stop the McDonald's and Burger King. Because long term you want better health, so you might cook. It might be more painstaking. You might have to learn, get your seasoning and stuff, but it's worth it. And I'm telling you, worth it. Yes, your body is worth it. It's like think about a racehorse, right? Would you give a racehorse that, you know how much money they cost and they race the horses and stuff like that, they pay the money and everything with the racehorses. You would never give a racehorse a stallion, right? You would never give a stallion McDonald's and Burger King. You would never give a stallion Wendy's. You know what you would give a stallion? Fresh fruit, apples, bananas, oranges. Because you want that stallion to win a race. You want that stallion being in its best shape. So why would you treat a stallion, that racehorse, better than your body, better than a human being? Because of comfort? Because of timing? To save time? I just want you to think bigger. Think bigger much faster. I just want you to experience how it feels to just start working towards something that you want to a point where you don't have to say it no more. You don't have to prove it. It's just something that people know it's just you. Where it aligns with you. When you get that joy, that you understand that you can really do anything that you really want to do that you put your mind to. That your body is capable of doing. All right? Meaning, like, I ain't say, if I want to fly, I should say I can fly, then I can fly. Well, no, you got to abide by the laws of the land. You can do anything within the laws of the land. You get what I'm saying? So, of course, that's a law. You got to follow laws. You got to follow certain principles. But under those laws and principles, you can do anything that you choose to do. That you put your mind to, that you make a decision to, that you make the effort to, that you make the growth, discipline to learn how to do. And there's nothing that's going to stop you except from your thinking. So I give you permission to give yourself permission. Because a lot of times, the only reason you haven't been doing everything you want to do is you probably just haven't given yourself permission to go all out. You're probably still trying to make other people happy. You probably don't want people to get mad at you, sad at you, or feel like people being bothered with something that you really want to do, or you think people may judge you, or you think you worry about what people think of you. When you die, most people won't even show up to your funeral. There's a 50% chance when it rains, people won't even come to your funeral because of the rain. And these are the same people that you worry about if you go start a business up or you ask them for something that, if you're going to feel like you bothering them. Like, come on now. Let that stuff go. Have that free spirit about you. So that's what I just want to leave y'all with. Share my heart with y'all this morning. And, just leave you with some of that. Let go of that victim mindset. That's thinking, and just to grow. G, what's good? Larita, what's happening? I lost my voice, so gotta drink some of this water. And listen, don't leave plastic bottles, in a car. It releases CFCs, which is cancer carcinogens. and can cause cancer. So never heat up plastic. Plastic should never be heated up. Just a little quick nutrition tip for y'all. Keep it cool, keep it cool. And don't freeze plastic. Plastic shouldn't be frozen. Plastic shouldn't be heated up. Both ways. You keep it warm, keep it cool, keep it cold. Don't freeze it, don't put them in the freezer, and don't heat it up in the sunlight. All right? So stay blessed, my friends, family. Y'all stay prosperous. Have a victorious mindset. Don't be a victim with anything. Understand you can do anything that you put your mind to it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's grow. Holla.